Hey, everybody on the internet. This is Mike Pfeiffer. I'm sitting here with Mark Huffman. Mark Huffman, why don't you introduce yourself to the internet and tell them what you do and how to get in touch with you real quick?
I am Mark Huffman with Next Level Digital Marketing. You can reach me at 719-233-3513 or mark at nxtleveldm.com.
Awesome. All right, bud. So why don't you tell me a little bit about digital marketing? I hear it. Nothing changes in the industry, and what worked 10 years ago still holds strong today.
Absolutely. We still rely on the newspaper quite a bit for
Do
our
you?
ads.
That's smart.
Yes. No, it definitely, the landscape changes, I would say, almost bi-weekly at this point, if not weekly. It just really depends on the tools that you're using and the different product sets and that type of thing. But in the digital marketing world, man, data is more powerful than ever. I mean, we have 50,000 data points on your cell phone. I can tell you who's been searching for roofing in the last 7 days on Google: name, address, phone number, credit score, red car in the garage, device ID, and then we target with specific ads around those people and their devices, and then can even take all the devices in the house once they go home. So it gets pretty nasty, but we stick with some of the base level stuff for most of our clients. So
That's pretty fantastic. So is Google still the 800-pound gorilla in the room, or has AI started to tip that scale?
yeah, that's a great question. Google still makes up 76% of all searches.
No kidding.
Yep. And so obviously they've got their own AI now, so there is some AI generation in there. We went to a zero-click search these days. So if I'm looking even for transactional information on the internet, I immediately get the answer in part of that Google search. So AEO has now played a big component into SEO, which you still need both, but answer engine optimization is now playing a big factor in AI search. How do I come up in ChatGPT? How do I come up in voice searches and Gemini and that type of thing?
So, of course, I know the difference between AEO and SEO, but I'm sure that there's more than one person out there on the internet that doesn't. Would you mind talking about the difference?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, AI gets a majority of their information from the internet.
Okay.
So SEO is still relevant. It's still important. It will be. It's really never going to go away, although a lot of people think that it is going to go away. Search engine optimization, SEO, is still very important when it comes to search in general, and then how do I rank within that search.
Okay.
Now it's going to be informational. So we're looking at AEO, which is answer engine optimization, and AI and ChatGPTs. Now we need to have conversational content on our website. Content strategy is still an SEO strategy at the same time, but our content needs to flow through and be more conversational, and it needs to be intent driven. So there are different intents that we have when it comes to SEO. It was very it was keyword stuffing. It's the use of keywords, which is very important. But now we're looking at intent when we look at the user and what they're searching for. Are they looking to navigate to a certain site? Are they looking just for information? Or are they looking to actually make a transaction? You need those types of content depending on what website you have and what your intent is when people get there.
Google used to make tons of money on Google AdWords, pay-per-click type of advertising. How has AI with AEO and the legacy version of SEO, how is the paid advertising now working into the mix? Is it still as effective as it used to be? Is it more effective? What's happened in that landscape?
It's still very effective, right? AEO doesn't really take over, or that zero-click search doesn't really take over when I'm looking for certain things on the internet still. So you want to come up in that ad space. LSA has gotten more popular and has a broader scope right now. Local service ads, and really dollar for dollar is a better return on your investment when it comes to pay-per-click marketing, but they also work in conjunction together. So it does help to run some paid ads as well.
Okay.
I don't know that I haven't really seen a huge impact in AI and AEO and where pay-per-click has really changed, other than it's easier to optimize, it's easier to set up ads, and it's easier to find those long tail keywords when it comes to AI and setting those up.
Making sense. So pay-per-click used to be a dark hole that somebody could go and a business owner could spend a lot of money on not get a big return, and they usually needed to work with some type of agency to optimize that. Google seems like they saw the light and wanted to make it become more and more user friendly so that people were able to do it themselves with things like the local search ads. Is that still trending that way, or do you suggest getting help from a professional in that so that they're not wasting budget?
It's again that's going to depend on the ad, but I would still recommend hiring a professional for that. So we have a strategy that we use where we chase after the harder long tail keywords, and we trick the algorithms in Google to build authority in your ads. So the first 30 to 60 days, you're going to see a lot of that budget go out. You're going to see a very low click volume. But we explain that to our clients. Here's what we're doing in the long run. So when we flip the switch and we run after those other keywords, Google thinks that we have the authority already that we've built into these long tail, like some of your competitors that are throwing $10,000 a month into Google Ads. We can now compete at $500, $1,500, whatever it may be, because we've already built 30 to 90 days of algorithms to say that, hey, I am the authority when it comes to Colorado Springs in this business.
That makes sense. With social media taking over so much of the presence on the internet, is that pushing out website prevalence over social media pages? Or what does that mix need to look like for a business to have that presence online? Do they still need to have a strong web page, or can they do it alone with great social media presence?
Yeah. So it's almost like marketing versus branding.
Okay.
Marketing is, hey, come and buy my widget. Branding is why you need to buy your widget from me versus anyone else. Same thing goes for your web page and your social media. Your web page should really be your billboard. This is how you contact me. This is where I'm at. These are the services I have to provide. And your social media needs to become your resume. Okay. And go, hey, here are the jobs that we did. Here's the before afters. Here's how we're making an impact in the community, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. So AI has emboldened a huge portion of our population into becoming DIYers. They think they can do it themselves with the help of AI. How is that affecting your industry?
We've actually embraced AI. So in the back end of our single sign-on dashboard, I actually have eight AI employees that are already built into the system that you can utilize: voice, chat, content builder, an SEO strategist, and a reputation manager, and then some custom bots. For me, it's, AI should really automate 80% of the things that you don't want to do administratively. And then from there, you may have to do another 20% or touch it here or there. It's not completely taken over. And I think that if we are the people that I've seen that use it as a tool to say, well, I'm done, and sit back and go, well, AI is doing everything for me now, have really fallen on their sword and went, wait, it's not perfect. There are a lot of components that are not perfect, but it's going to get you 80% of the way there.
That makes sense. What's some advice you could give a business owner just starting out, somebody who's been established and looking to make a next step, or somebody who is very established and they're trying to maintain? I know it's a three-part question.
Sure.
But you've got, those are kind of the three major businesses that I kind of look at.
So a brand new business owner, your foundation, your digital foundation is the most important. You need to have a domain. You need to have a website, even if it's coming soon. That establishes your authority today, the length of time that you've been on the internet.
Okay.
So even if you don't have the right thing, at least you're starting here right now. And then your Google business profile is number 2, because you're going to want to start collecting reviews, and you're going to want to come up with that Google profile search. There is a new page takeover for the hospitality industry, where if you were to search a certain restaurant or bakery in town, they take over the entire page. Their Google profile now runs across the top, on the side, and it's the first 5 in the category, if you're looking up name specific.
Yeah.
They're starting to roll that out across different industries. So that profile needs to be 100%. Make sure that all the information is correct and everything that you have is completely filled out on there. Your next question was someone that is established.
Yes.
Get with someone like Next Level or in a networking group or whatever it is to see how someone can get you outside of your box. We do business for so long, we kind of build this box and we're stuck in it, and we really stop thinking outside, or get me back to square root one.
Yeah.
Right? Why did I start the business? Where did I come from? And then you'll find new ideas to then promote and grow. Someone that's just, the other one was someone that's been in business, they're established, and they are
Looking to take that next step.
that next step. The wheels fall off of any business at about 500,000 increments in revenue. That is all standard operating procedure for the most part. And hiring the right people and putting the right people in the right seats. I don't know what it is, but every time we come across a business and they grow 500,000 in revenue, everything seems like it's about to fall apart for them. So again, get with somebody that's going to give you clarity in the business. Take a look at the business and go, okay, what are my next steps from here? How do I get from $1 million to $1.5 million?
Mhm.
And build a new strategy. Right? Everything's evolving every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
You're going to have a new social strategy. You're going to have a new market strategy, a new brand strategy, and then build that for the next year and hit those goals.
Sounds awesome. I could literally talk to you all day about this stuff. You're a wealth of knowledge. I encourage anybody to get in touch with you. Why don't you remind everybody on the internet real quick how to get in touch with you?
Yeah, Mark Huffman, Next Level Digital Marketing, 719-233-3513.